And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. That was a fastball, but she took just a little bit off of it, I think. Armbruster, best pitch may be her changeup. It's outstanding. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. What I love about Michaela is she doesn't overuse the changeup, even though it's such a good pitch. I would predict that we may see a few more than normal today. And the pitch. Pops it up, but into the screen, and it's 0-2. Armbruster again leads the state in strikeouts. Just a junior, so the Falcons should be very good next year, although the senior core is pretty good. Bresnahan and Swanson, a couple of the leading hitters. Shack in center field are seniors, along with Salmonson in left. And the pitch. Strike is called right on the inside corner for the second out, and it'll bring up Kenzie Gunst. It was a pitcher's pitch, folks. I mean a pitcher's pitch. Knee high on the black of the inside corner. As Kenzie Gunst steps in, the third baseman. And the righty's pitch. That was in the same spot. Yeah, I was going to say it's a strike. It's the exact same spot, but he delayed his call there. Gunst can hammer the ball. Third baseman, number 3 hitter. Deep side from Armbruster. She rocks and delivers. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Again, this has been a red-hot West team. They've scored 28 runs their last 2 games. And Armbruster trying to shut them down here in the first inning. The pitch is in the eyes, and she laid off at 1-2. Those are so hard to lay off. At least they were for me.
Running for the Cardinals, and a curl.
Anything up around the eyes, it looks bigger than it is. Armbruster's next pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts of the 3 batters face. A 1-2-3, top of the first for the Mankato West Scarlets. No runs in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. Can the Falcons do what they've done their last 3 games and score crooked numbers in the first inning? They've done that in each of their last 3 games. We'll find out right after this 1-minute timeout.
Bolt Funeral Home in Faribault understands their work with families often comes at a difficult time. That's why they're specially trained in pre-planning so the basics can be completed hopefully long before the services are needed. Bolt Funeral Home provides traditional and cremation services with the most compassionate care. Many generations of families have trusted their loved ones in the care of Bolt Funeral Home with generations of experience and decades of trust. Proud of their 5 generations of Faribault Falcon graduates, visit their website, boltfuneralhome.com, for more details about their services. For State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Langer of Faribault, being a good neighbor is about more than just serving your insurance needs. It's about living and working in this community. Your neighbors trust State Farm Agent Tony Langerud for affordable insurance because whether they have questions, need answers, or have a claim, they always get the personal service they deserve. For your free insurance and financial review, call State Farm Agent Tony Langerud.
Now, as I mentioned, the last 3 games Faribault has played in this tournament, they've scored multiple runs in the first inning every game. In fact, 6 runs on Saturday when all 9 batters got on base safely in the first inning. I don't know how often I've seen that. All 9 batters got on safely in the first inning. They scored 6 runs against New Ulm on Saturday. They scored 2 runs against Marshall, 3 runs against Mankato East in the first inning. They can do that again. That kind of holds down the small ball game, if you know what I mean. So Allie Shack will lead things off. She had a monstrous home run against Mankato East earlier in the tournament. Allie, a senior, steps in. The center fielder has very good wheels. Briggs Carlson is the pitcher. She's a right-hander, and she'll kick and deliver. And the first pitch is a ball, 1-0. Shack gets on base. She makes things happen. Faribault's done a great job stealing bases this year. Abby Van Ryan's done a great job of shutting down the running game of opponents. Of course, they haven't had about a base runners with Armbruster in the pitch. Over the head, it's 2-0. Going into the last game, Shack was hitting .315 on the season. 9 batters have double-digit hits, and they have very few games. Slow roller, that's going to be trouble. Third baseman ranging to her left, does get her. Shack gets down the line well. Nice charging play by the third baseman for Mankato West.
Batting second to pitcher, number 9.
Kenzie Grunst. She chucked it over to Lauren Marzoff. So 1 down, and that'll bring up Michaela Armbruster. Not only a good pitcher, she's a very good hitter. She's hitting .414 on the season. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Michaela admits it. She's told us on our Faribault Interior show in the past, she loves to swing at the first pitch. Not like Joe Mauer. She didn't say that, I did. Carlson's next pitch. It's hit up the middle. Shortstop ranging to her left gets it and throws her out at first base. So 2 up, 2 down for Faribault, and that'll bring up Bree Bresnahan. Last time they played Mankato West, Bresnahan had 2 hits. Last time they played West, Armbruster had one of the 2 RBIs. So Bresnahan does some groundskeeping, digging a hole in the batter's box. As she steps in, where's number 10 on the back of the uniform? One of the seniors on this team. Definitely one of the leaders. There's a right-hander's pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count to Bree Bresnahan. Remember, this team, Faribault Falcons, have not played since Saturday. And I was a little concerned about that, coming over here thinking about the fact that they really haven't seen live pitching. I don't know what they do in terms of practice. You're going against Armbruster, you're going against a very good pitcher. Slow roller to third, and it's going to be a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. The Falcons, for the first time in this tournament, do not score in the first inning. They do not even get a hit. No base runners. We played a full inning on the Deb Salmonson Remax Realty scoreboard. We have no score. We have nothing but goose eggs. By the way, I want to remind you folks to swing in to Bashers, the J&J Bowling Center. Take advantage of that great bowling special, and those wings are on special through tonight. It's the last time you can get that great wing special, and they are delicious, ladies and gentlemen. They're delicious. They are mouth-watering good, the wings at Bashers, the J&J Bowling Center. Well, let me tell you this. You know, if you've eaten at Bashers, how good their ribs are. Yep, their wings are excellent. So check them out. Bashers, the J&J Bowling Center. And as you've heard during their messages throughout our broadcast, they have that great bowling special for $40. You bowl all summer for $40. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 3 games each day. So you do the math. I mean, $40 for the entire summer. It's through the end of August. So make sure you get in and get signed up for that. It's a good way to keep the kids active. You get rainy days. I mean, it's a fantastic deal. As we go to the top of the second, it'll be 4, 5, and 6 in the Mankato West order right after this 30-second timeout.
Archambault Brothers Disposal of Faribault has been serving the Faribault area for over 6 decades. The same local family-owned business has been assisting families and businesses. Randy and the whole Archambault Disposal family would like to thank their many loyal customers. 3 generations of Archambaults have strived to treat their customers like family. It's not just picking up garbage to them. Service and relationships are why Archambault Brothers Disposal's in the business. If you'd like to be part of the Archambault Brothers Disposal family, just phone 334-8910.
Now batting the designated player, Emily.
Well, we played 1 inning, and we have no score. And that 1 inning lasted, 15 minutes? Less than that.
Leading off for the Scarlets in the top of
One of the other things I love about this sport is quick.
Emily Verhoeven.
Don't need to sit 3, 4, 5 hours to determine a game. So Emily Verhoeven, who can absolutely hammer the ball, left-handed hitter, will step in, the cleanup hitter. Left-handed hitter goes up against Armbruster here. I'm assuming the fences are at regulation length. I mean, they do play the state tournament here. Pitches outside, has to be 200 feet, I was told. It's called a strike. I'm sorry, 0-1. I'm standing on the top of the roof of the concession stand under a pavilion. Got a good vantage point here. The pitch, same spot, called a ball. No, it's a strike. You got the delayed umpire again, 0-2. He calls his calls in slow motion in the next pitch. That's hit. Down the left field line, it is a foul ball. 0-2 the count. That was too good a pitch to throw on an 0-2 count. Brewster got away with one there. She wants to waste a pitch here and make her chase. And if Faribault wins this, there's no second game. They're going to state. If they don't win it, they'll play a second game. And the pitch. Looks like the same spot again. It's called a ball, and it's 1-2. 1-2 to Emily Verhoeven. Trying to stay away from her here, it's obvious. And the pitch. That ball's popped up. Will anybody get to it? No, it's going to go, as you heard it, hit off the bleacher. 1-2. Good crowd on hand here, considering 5 o'clock game on a Thursday night. Of course, you know, Mankato's right in their hometown, so you would expect them to have a lot of fans here, but there are a lot of Faribault people here. That's good to see. They anticipate the history, I'm sure. People sitting out on the hill, outside the outside fence. There's that changeup. Struck out Verhoeven. She looks silly on the swing, and that's what her changeup does to people. It's just impressive because the arm speed looks like a fastball, and all of a sudden it floats in there. Briggs Carlson will step in. The last 3 batters have been struck out by Armbruster. Carlson, the pitcher, can help her cause here. I think she's wearing green batting gloves. And the pitch is hit very well. That's back, and it's gone. Carlson hits a home run. First pitch, jumped all over it. Mankato West leads 1-0 here in the second inning. She jumped all over that first pitch. To left field. Taylor gave up a couple of homers in the Austin game. That was in the Dome. She gave up a home run in the New Prague game, and that was in the Dome. I think that might be her first home run outdoors.
Batting 6, the catcher, number 11, Bree Stoltzman.
Yeah, Faribault has not had to come from behind in too many games this year, so we'll see how that goes. As Bree Stoltzman steps in, the catcher, right-handed hitter. Infield was in, calming Michaela down, saying, we got your back, we'll score some runs for you. Swing, get a miss. 0-1 the count to Stoltzman. Yeah, Carlson just jumped all over that first pitch. And you know she's going to be around the plate. She doesn't walk anybody, so I'd have that same approach, to be honest. And the pitch is popped up. And it's 0-2. And she's only walked 9 batters, something like that all year. Faribault's only had 10 errors all year. This is their 21st game. So the long ball there, not the small ball. And it's a 1-0 West lead, and the pitch is fouled straight back, and it's 0-2. After 3 straight strikeouts, Carlson was determined to swing there. She guessed right. I think Michaela wanted that to be a little higher in the zone. Good hitters hit mistakes. And the pitch. There's a changeup that misses, and that's not too often that happens. 1-2. 1-2 the count to Stoltzman, with 1 down here in the second inning.
Now batting the third baseman, number 24, Olivia Fritz.
And the righty's pitch. Outside. It's 2-2. As I said, the Falcons have kind of rolled along here this season and not had a whole lot of adversity in terms of their games. And the pitch. The ball's popped up. Somebody should catch this. Van Ryan will catch it. The catcher, partway up the first baseline, and that'll bring up Emma Young, the designated player. Designated player is like a DH who's hitting for the first baseman, Lauren Marzoff. Young wears number 13 on the back of her uniform. She's a junior. Young lady looks like she could crank one out of here, too. She steps in. And the righty's pitch. Swing! And a miss, and it's 0-1. Armbruster does get a lot of her strikeouts with high fastballs. I'll be curious to see next time Carlson comes up if she throws her any. Next pitch looks like it was right down Broadway, and it is 0-2. 0-2 to Emma Young. You get yourself in a hole when you take pitches against a pitcher that's always around the plate. Armbruster, in one game last week, threw only 3 balls the entire game, and she swung out. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. 4 strikeouts for Armbruster. But Mankato West, Briggs Carlson, their pitcher, cranks a solo homer to left field. The first hit of our game. There were no errors and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Falcons, down 1-0 back in 1 minute.
Reliance Bank of Faribault is a terrific way for you to support your favorite school and benefit yourself also. Get more details about their Faribault Falcon, Bethlehem Academy, or Medford Tiger debit cards. Open a free checking account like the Green Checking with no minimum balance, currently 1.5% APY on your deposits, and choose the Money Pass Visa card with a Falcon, Cardinal, or Tiger logo on it. A portion of the interchange fee on every point of sale transaction is donated back to your favorite school. Another way that Reliance Bank of Faribault is redefining service every day. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Thinking about your own funeral leaves most of us feeling a little uneasy, but more adults are finding by pre-planning their funeral, they're providing their family with greater emotional and financial security when that time comes. Parker Cole Funeral Home and Crematory at their new location in Faribault has been caring for families of all faiths in Faribault and the surrounding area since 1876. If you're considering pre-arranging your funeral, contact them. They'd be happy to walk you through the pre-planning process. Parker Cole Funeral Home Faribault, offering single pet cremation for your longtime companion.
We go to the bottom of the second. Cassie Swanson will lead things off, leads the team in home runs with 4. If she were to hit one here, we'd have a tie game. 7 pitches were thrown total in the first inning by Carlson, and the pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. Swanson came into the last game with a .407 batting average and 24 hits. Remember, this team, these stats were through 19 games, and they had 4 players with over 20 hits. There's a couple hopper to short, and she's out. So that'll bring up Abby Van Ryan. Van Ryan, going into the last game, led the team in RBIs with 19. She got 2 homers, hitting .411 on the season. Bree Bresnahan led the team in hitting at .452. As Carlson steps on that rubber. She gave herself a 1-0 lead. The pitch up high, 1-0. 1-0. And I'm sure, I know Coach Kuzmark and the Mankato West Scarlets, the game plan here is to not give the Falcons too much to hit. Make them chase. That ball's hit the right field. It's a base hit by Abby Van Ryan. Is going to get by the right fielder? No. Ryan's going in for 2, and she is in there with a stand-up double. A 1-out stand-up double by Abby Van Ryan, who had a double the last time they played Mankato West when the Falcons picked up the Big 9 Conference Championship. Abby Lake will step in. Wears number 11 on the back of her uniform, a sophomore, hitting .256. But she's made the most of her hits, double-digit hits. In 11 hits, that's 6 RBI. She gets a hit here, we probably have a tie game. Van Ryan, they courtesy run for her quite often. They're not going to now. She's a good athlete. And the pitch. Inside corner strike. That very delayed call by the umpire. Like he's in slow motion. 0-1 the count. Carlson shakes off a couple of signs. And the pitch. Inside too far, but he called it a strike. 0-2. He calls that a strike. You're not going to have a chance to hit today. That was off the plate inside. 0-2 to Lake. Runner at second, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. She had to chase the next pitch. Doesn't know what the umpire's strike zone is, so it's a first strikeout for Carlson. That'll bring up Ellie Knutson.
Batting 7, playing third base, number 5, Ellie Knutson.
Knutson Really makes things happen. Very good bunter. I wouldn't be surprised to see that here, even with 2 outs, because she'll be bunting for a hit. Fastest person on the team. Pitch is a ball. 1-0. They're playing her to pull the ball here, too. There's quite a gap in right center. And the pitch. Outside corner, missed. 2-0. Well, I like what Carlson's doing so far. She came inside, then went outside. She's really changing locations and making the Falcons guess. That's good pitching. Fidgets with the ball, kicks and delivers. Almost hit her. It wouldn't have hurt. It would have hit her in the foot. You get that speed on the base pass. Got to let that ball hit you. It's 3-0. Easy for me to say. And the pitch. Right down Broadway. And, of course, we got the delayed call. So 3-1 the count. She was taken all the way in the 3-0 count. Ellie takes a deep side, steps in that batter's box. Van Ryan's at second base with 2 outs. The pitch. Inside, called strike, I guess. Ellie was going to throw the bat, and he said, no, you're not. It's 3-2. Again, it was inside. Carlson could live there. You can't hit that pitch. If you do, it's going to be a slow roller. And the pitch. Strike 3's called. Knutson watched it go by. Got to protect the plate. Second strikeout. No runs crossed. Faribault gets a double with 1 out. That person stays at second base. There are no errors. And 1 runner left in scoring position. We played 2 complete on the Deb Salmonson Remax Realty Agency scoreboard. It is 1-0 Mankato West. Hey, Deb has over 20 years of experience. And we're not talking just real estate experience. We're talking about the Faribault area real estate experience, and there's a difference. I mean, each market is a market all onto its own, and she has been doing that for over 2 decades in Faribault. By the way, I wanted to remind you, too, at the conclusion of our broadcast, we'll be selecting our pickup of the game, courtesy of Arshamble Brothers Disposal Faribault, proud to be named the 2018 Faribault Area Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year in Faribault. Very deserving honor. They're good folks at Arshamble Brothers. Not only are they able to pick up your refuse or recyclables, they also are. They also have roll-offs available too for you. So check it out. Arshamble Brothers Disposal Faribault. That'll be one of the things we have to do at the conclusion, and also our Faribault State Farm Insurance Agents, Faribault player or players of the game, courtesy of your Faribault State Farm Insurance Agents, Jason Crone and Tony Langerud. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. So West will come to the plate. Top of the 3rd. Armbruster with 23 strikes in the first 2 innings. Of the 29 pitches she is throwing, that's why I say, if I'm a Scarlet, I'm attacking first pitch too, as Maddie Mueller will lead things off, the right fielder. There's number 5 on the back of her uniform. She's a sophomore as she steps in. So Armbruster is going to step in here. And the pitch. She jammed her. It's popped up, and it's going to make the top of the Mankato West dugout 0-1. Coach Armbruster had a nice long conversation. He was warming up his daughter in the pitching circle. And he had a nice long conversation with the umpire. I don't know what about, but... Oh, 0-1 the count. And the pitch. Change-up. Missed. 1-1. This kind of reminds me of the Mankato East game where they weren't getting the change-up for a strike either. And the pitch. Swing! And a miss. 1-2 to the number 8 hitter, Mueller. 1-0 Mankato West. If you've just joined us, we're in the 3rd inning. solo homer by their pitcher, Briggs Carlson. It was a no-doubter to left field. And the pitch. Right down the slot, and it's called a ball. Wow. 2-2. Where was that pitch? I still haven't figured out this guy's strike zone. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Doesn't matter. Strikeout number 5. 5 of the 8 batters faced have struck out, but one of them hit a home run.
Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 2, Holly Wisty.
Holly Wisty steps in, the left fielder. Faribault has not been shut out all year. But again, they haven't played since last Saturday, so they've had a little time off. And the pitch. It's it. Left side, foul ball. 0-1. Shopper grounded out to Cassie Swanson to start the game, and then Cassie flipped it over to O'Neill covering the first base bag. Shopper, the center fielder, as you would guess, has very good wheels. In the pitch. That looked like a strike, and it is 0-2. A lot of these have looked like strikes. That he hasn't called that way. And the next offering, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 of the 10 batters faced. Alyssa Stoltzman steps in.
Center fielder, number 7, Lee Shopper.
Oh, I'm sorry, this is Shopper. That was Wisty who struck out there. I apologize. Wisty struck out. Number 9 batter, Wisty. Now Shopper steps in. She grounded out the first time, pops up the first pitch foul, and it's 0-1. Coming into this inning, 29 pitches, 23 strikes. And she was 7 of 7 in first pitch strikes. And once in a while, wasting a first pitch isn't a bad idea. There's a strike. 0-2. So she's a pitch away from a mow-em-down inning here in the third. Armbruster's next pitch. She tried to get her to chase, and she wouldn't do it. It's 1-2. That was a good pitch. You don't want to throw too good a pitch with 2 strikes. So Armbruster takes a deep sigh, lets it fly, and it's hit straight back. 1-2 is still the count to Lanny Shopper.
Now batting the catcher, Abby Bell.
Where's number 7 on the back of her uniform? She's a center fielder. Haven't seen any bunting yet. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's a mow-em-down inning for Armbruster. She has 7 strikeouts of the 10 batters that she has faced, but it's a 1-0 Mankato West lead on the solo homer in the second. Faribault has 1 hit through the first 7 batters. We'll have batters number 8, 9, and 1 in the order in the third, with West leading 1-0 on the Deb Salmonson Remax Realty scoreboard. Make sure you give her a call. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, she can certainly give you some assistance. Preseason rankings, by the way, this Mankato West team was rated number 1. Faribault was rated number 15. But coming into today, Faribault number 1, Mankato West number 3 in the Class 3A polls. We'll have the bottom of the third in 30 seconds.
In fast-pitch softball, having a good defense is essential. Not giving additional outs to any team increases your chances of winning, with multiple quality plays keeping the score down. Same is true in real estate. RE/MAX Experts Realtor Deb Salmonson has 23 years experience selling real estate. 23 years experience selling in the Faribault area. That can save seller and buyer. Check out our website and see a number of testimonials from people at DebSalmonsonREMAXExperts.com. It's a seller's market right now, so the perfect time to list a home. Call Deb for a free market analysis. 507-210-1005.
Make sure you swing by Basher's, the J&J Bowling Center, and try some of those ribs. Today's the last day for that rib special, by the way. 20 ribs, $10. Cameron Salmonson steps in, the left fielder, right-handed hitter, and the righty's pitch. Almost chase. Oh my, he called it a strike. It was a high pitch. 0-1 to Salmonson. So the right-handed hitting left fielder steps back in. And Carlson delivers. Jammed her. 0-2. As I said before, this umpire is consistently calling that inside generous corner. That's where I'd be living too. 0-2 the count. Carlson will kick and deliver. That ball's a slow roller to second, and that's another out. That'll bring up Lauren O'Neill. Faribault's had some nice level swings here. I'll say that. They are not popping out.
Number 20, Lauren O'Neill.
So I'm sure they're concentrating on having those level swings, but got to get them past the infielders. So Lauren O'Neill steps in. They bring in the anti-slap defense, but she doesn't have to slap hit to be effective. And the pitch. It's called a ball. It looked like a high strike. 1-0. That looked like a good pitch. Well, at least it's both ways. Carlson's pitch is hit right back to her. That's the second out. She underhands at the first base. And Allie Shack will step up. That's the one thing that I was concerned about coming over here. You know, we had West just getting off a 17-6 win last night over New Ulm. And Faribault has been sitting around for 5-6 days. So Shack steps in, the center fielder, right-handed hitter. Faribault has one hit, first time through the order. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. 0-1. 0-1 is the count. Last time they played West, 8 hits from 7 different players. Carlson steadies herself there in the pitching circle, kicks and delivers. Ball's popped into the screen, and it's 0-2. I thought the Falcons might try to manufacture something here. You don't want to let the game too far along. This inning would have been a good time at the bottom of the order starting up. Maybe they try and get a bunt somebody on and over. You know, get the game tied. Pitches outside. It's 1-2. As the sun comes out after I take off my sunglasses. Carlson nods her head in approval, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Shack strikes out. Third strikeout for Carlson, who's throwing a masterpiece so far for Mankato West. She's allowed just one hit through the first 3 innings. Faribault Falcons have no runs, no hits. Neither team has committed an error. Of course, there haven't been a lot of base runners for either team. West has just the one hit. That was a home run. So after 3 complete on the Deb Salmonson Remax Realty scoreboard, Mankato West has scored 1 run on 1 hit. They have not committed any errors, have left nobody on base. That's the only hit they've had. Faribault Falcons have no runs on 1 hit. That was a 1-out double in the second inning, and they stayed at second base after back-to-back strikeouts, one swinging, one looking in the second inning. They have not committed an error, have left 1 runner on, and that 1 runner was in scoring position. We go to the top of the 4th. It's Mankato West 1, Faribault nothing. Back in 30 seconds.
Hi, Cody here with Harley's Auto Salvage, right across from the Rice County Fairgrounds. We've been here since 1952 and are proud to be Faribault's largest recycler. Be sure to check out our drive-thru recycling building. We can recycle your aluminum cans, copper, brass, and metal, and we're your source for new and used auto parts. If we don't have it, we can locate it on our nationwide locating system. Plus, we'll pay you top dollar for your junk vehicle, and we'll pick it up. Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook.
Harley's Auto Salvage, across from the fairgrounds in Faribault.
Top of the 4th, be 2, 3, and 4 for Mankato West. Looking for their 18th win of the season. And of course, if they win, you play another game. And the winner there takes all. Stoltzman struck out looking. Of course, Armbruster has struck out 7 of the first 10 batters she's faced. Only hit a solo homer. Swing! Just a piece of it, 0-1. Definitely they are swinging at the first pitch. And I would too. That was the 43rd pitch delivered by Armbruster. 34 of them strikes. And the pitch. Almost offered at a riser around the head. It's 1-1. 1-1 to Jalissa Stoltzen. She's a sophomore. Armbruster, the junior, pitches, swings, and hits it straight back. 1-2. Beautiful day. The wind always blows here. I mean, it's been a calm day all day. And of course, we're elevated on top of the concession stand, so there's going to be more wind up here. Pitch. That ball's hit well. It's going to be a gapper. It's going to be over the fence. Another homer. Stoltzman cranks a home run. Didn't even look like she swung that hard, which tells you she uses Armbruster's power. Didn't even swing hard. But had a good connection, and it's 2-0. West. Kenzie Grunst steps in.
Number 14, Kenzie Grunst.
Grunst wears number 14 on her uniform. Another junior. Again, the Scarlets were the preseason #1 ranked team in this class. Fouls it off, 0-1. They look to be in a bit of trouble after New Ulm beat them 3-2. But boy, they come back. 2-0 West on 2 homers. And the pitch. Hits it straight back. 0-2. That looked like a pretty decent pitch. Just a little too much for the plate, I guess. Again, the riser that didn't get rising enough. The pitch. Tried to go outside. Umpire doesn't give anything out there. 1-2. Faribault's got to get their bats going. These are 7-inning games. Ball's fouled off. When your bats aren't going well, you got to start playing some small ball. Armbruster, Bresnahan, Swanson due up in the bottom of the 4th. Nobody out yet here in the top of 4th. And the pitch. Change-up missed. 2-2. She doesn't throw it a lot. Usually it's for a strike. That's about the 3rd or 4th that's been called a ball. Pitch. Too high. It's a full count to Grunst. Got the cleanup hitter on deck. Armbruster trying to calm herself. He was warming up before the game and was taking some deep sighs. The pitch. The ball's hit straight back. 3-2. Falcons do have a margin of error here, obviously, that West doesn't have. But West would love to roll in this game and have momentum going into the next one. The pitch. Swing! And a miss. Strikeout number 8 of 12 batters. Emily Veroven steps in. Struck out, swinging in the 2nd. She's a left-handed hitter. Armbruster's a righty. And the pitch. Up high. 1-0. Swanson at first, Bresnan at short, and Armbruster in the pitching circle do not wear masks. That ball's hit. Nice short hop job by Bresnahan, and she throws her out. I'll tell you, Veroven gets down the first baseline pretty quickly.
The pitcher, number 1, Briggs Carlson.
That could be a candidate for our Archambault Brothers disposal pick of the game.
Third base, number 24, Olivia Fritz.
I think she's had a pick of the game every game we've had. Briggs Carlson steps in. Pitches outside, 1-0. Remember, she was a perfect 8 for 8 the first 2 innings on first pitch strikes. Well, she's mixing it up a little more now. Pitch is down low. It's 2-0. The homer earlier this inning was on a 1-2 count. Carlson jumped on the first pitch for her homer in the second. That ball's popped up. Back is shot. Lazy fly ball. And that ends the fourth. But they score another one. 1 run on 1 hit. The solo homer, the second of the game. There were no errors. Nobody stranded on the base paths. Talk about maximizing your hits. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 for Faribault. Will they try to manufacture a run, get things closer here? Remember, these are 7-inning games. We'll find out right after this 1-minute timeout.
Hi, this is Chris from Garlic's Water. Are you fed up with fighting rust stains and hard water problems at home? We have a system that can solve all your headaches. A Kinetico water system. We have a wide range of Kinetico water systems to fix any problem, big or small. Give me a call at 800-722-1282 or go online at garlicswater.com and let me show you what I can do to help. At Garlic's Water, your water has never been treated so well.
Garlic's Water. With First United Bank in Faribault, you may be able to buy a home with only 3% down. The good news does not end there. Qualified buyers will also receive a $5,000 grant to use for funds towards down payment and or closing costs. This program is not just for first-time home buyers. Contact the mortgage team at First United Bank today, Debbie Nelson or Chris O'Neill, for complete details. Get closer to your new home purchase with 3% down. First United Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender, NMLS number 486008.
Well, the Faribault Falcons going into the last game. I read their stat sheet right. You seem to recall, I can't find it now. They had 19 sacrifices.
Leading off for the Falcons in the bottom of the fourth inning, the pitcher, number 9, Michaela Arthur.
It's what cost them the section a year ago, frankly. They had trouble defending and playing small ball. Armbruster steps in. Carlson's allowed just 1 hit. Ball's hit right up the middle. It's a base hit. So Armbruster gets a single. I think they'll bring a courtesy runner for her. Right up the middle.
Now batting the catcher, Allie Bell. Get your attention, please.
Going in to run is Lindsay O'Neill.
22, Lindsay O'Neill.
Lindsay O'Neill is a backup pitcher. She goes in to run. So Bree Bresnahan. Lindsay's a sophomore, by the way.
For the Falcons, the shortstop,
Bresnahan steps in.
Bree Bresnahan.
Now, this is a power hitter, the number 3 hitter in the order. But I would not be surprised to see a bunt. They got to make something happen here. Bresnahan, the right-handed hitter, steps in. They're thinking bunt. Pitch is high and wide. Almost looked like a pitch out. 1-0. O'Neill didn't venture far off that base. Bresnahan will step back in. Looks to Coach Chris Silber in the third base coaching box. Abby Bloomquist is in the first base coaching box. And the pitch. Swings. It's hit to right field. And it's caught. Oh, my. She hit it right on the button, but right to the right fielder. She couldn't have thrown her the ball better.
First base, number 3.
Cassie Swanson will step it. Swanson grounded out to short to lead off the second inning. Yeah, they didn't even get a productive out there. You're not going to ask this young lady to bunt. You wouldn't think. Swings away, and it's hit right to the third baseman. 2 down. That'll bring up Abby Van Ryn. Oh, wait a minute. I thought she caught that on the fly, but I guess she didn't.
Now batting second baseman, Ryan Fritz.
Well, Swanson still is alive. It's 0-1. Tried to waste a pitch. 1-1. I wouldn't think you'd ask her to bunt here. But In this sport, I see people bunt for the second out all the time.
Right fielder, Joey Weller.
It's a lot of pressure on your next hitter. And the pitch. Tried to get her to chase. Throw it on the first base, and she's back. 2-1. Two and one. The count to Swanson. Carlson's allowed just a couple hits. Ball's fouled off. 2-2. Carlson done a really nice job changing locations and speeds. A very good Faribault team hitting-wise, too. And I got her to chase, pitch over the eyes. Strikeout number 4 will bring up Abby Van Ryan. Abby got the first hit. If she gets a double here, it would more than likely score a run. That's what she had back in the second. Abby has 2 homers. If she hit one of those, we'd have a tie game. Carlson swiping away some bugs in front of her face, and the pitch is hit to left center field, and the left fielder can't make the catch. Oh my. The runner's going to be out. She overran second base. Oh my word. The courtesy runner overran the second base bag for the third out. Abby Van Ryan hit the single. It was hit so hard that she was only going to have first base. The courtesy runner, O'Neill, rounded second too far, and I don't know why she didn't get back, but obviously she didn't. The throw went to second base. She's tagged out, and they're out of the inning. They have 2 hits in the inning and no runs. There were no errors, and 1 runner was left on base. We played 4 complete. It's 2-0, Mankato West. Scarlets have 2 hits, 2 solo homers. Faribault Falcons have 2 hits, a double and a single. As we go to the top of the 5th inning on your Deb Salmonson Remax Realty scoreboard. She really knows the market, folks. Over 20 years in the Faribault market. And that's worth a lot, whether you're buying or selling your home. So give her a call. And check out the website of Deb Salmonson Remax Realty. Top of the 5th, 6, 7, 8 in the order for the Scarlets in 30 seconds.
Everyone should know by now the juiciest burgers in Faribault are found at Basher Sports Grill and the J&J Bowling Center. Known for their incredibly delicious ribs, Basher's and the J&J Bowling Center will be open Memorial Day. Swing in and enjoy. Enjoy their delicious wings on special through the end of May. 20 wings for $10. J&J Bowling Center has a great summer special. Purchase a summer pass for bowling for $40. Enjoy 3 games a day, Monday through Thursday, all summer through the end of August. Proud of the Faribault Falcons, Bashers, and the J&J Bowling Center, Faribault.
43 pitches. There are strikes, 59 total. High fly pop-up. Abby Lake makes a nice running catch in right field to start the 5th inning. That was Bree Stoltzman. We'll bring up Emma Young, the DP. Struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. Armbruster has struck out 8, and only one of them has been looking. They've been swinging. 2-0, West leads it. Oh, and beautiful pitch, a strike, 0-1. Armbruster took something off that. It was not a full changeup, but it wasn't her smoker or fastball either. And the next pitch. The riser was a bit higher. It's 1-1. Carlson's homer in the 2nd was with 1 out. She jumped on the first pitch. Stoltzman's homer in the 4th was a leadoff. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Stoltzman's homer came on a 1-2 count. Armbruster's next pitch. Jammed her, and boy, did she crank on that. It's well foul, but oh my, she straightens that out. It's out of here. 1-2. Well, I'd like to know what drills this West team did from last weekend to this week. Pitches outside. They had 10 total runs, first 3 games of the tournament. 28 the last 2, and 2 here. And as I said before, Faribault's not had to come from behind much this year. Jammed her, fouls it off. She fouled off a pitcher's pitch. It'll be the 7th pitch of this at bat. Armbruster came in the inning with 59 pitches, 43 of them strikes, 8 strikeouts, no walks, just the 2 hits, both homers. Her next pitch, changeup. It's a foul ball. Another pitcher's pitch. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Across the way, there are other games going on.
Now batting the first baseman, Sball.
There's the righty's pitch. Outside. We had a full count. Very good at bat here for Young. 1 out here in the 5th. Bottom of the 5th for Faribault. It'll be 6, 7, 8. Strikeout, strikeout, ground out. First time up. That ball's hit well, but foul. Salenson gave it a long chase, but ran out of room. Went over the fence. Foul ball. What an at-bat. Be the 10th pitch of this at-bat. This is a strikeout pitcher, too. The pitch. Swing, and she got her. She made her work. They'll bring up Maddie Mueller.
Right fielder, number 5.
Mueller wears number 5, right fielder. Struck out swinging in the 3rd. It was a mow him down 3rd inning for Armbruster. Faribault had another base running guffaw. I don't know what it is about West. They had 4 people thrown out of the plate last time they played him. And here the courtesy runner overran the bag, and I don't know if she fell asleep because she just kind of watched the outfielder throw the ball in behind her. 1-1 the count. She looked frozen. The pitch is fouled off. She stays there. You have runners at first and second with 2 outs. You get to this level, the little things are magnified. Armbruster's pitch, wee high. She wouldn't chase. 2-2. No, you don't want to miss close. You've already seen what happens then. Oh my, that was a nice changeup. She stayed alive. Lunged after it and just got a piece. 2-2. Umpire underhands the ball to Armbruster. It might have got a piece of Abby Van Ryn. That's why the umpire did that. Michaela asked Abby if she was okay, and she said, yeah, I'm a catcher. 2-2. The pitch. Almost chased, but held off, and it's 3-2. I don't think there's any question she held up. But it was the right thing for Abby Van Ryn to appeal. 2 down here in the 5th inning. 2-0, Mankato West. If West wins, we play another game. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 10 for Armbruster through 5 innings. up and down in order. Goes Mankato West, but they have the 2-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Faribault starting to get some hits. Last inning they had 2 hits. Let's see if they can do what they did against New Ulm when they had all 9 batters reach safely. That would be very nice. We'll see if that happens. Abby Lake will be our first batter when we return in 30 seconds.
Pleasant View Estates offers independent living, assisted living, and enhanced assistance on Faribault's picturesque east side. The fact that it's adjacent to a skilled nursing facility makes it ideal if your loved one needs more care. Move can be made without literally going outdoors, or if their spouse needs care, they can live right next door. Staff available 24 hours a day with call buttons in each apartment, full apartments with full kitchens, walk-in showers, cable and internet access, daily activities. A great way to make new friends going through the same part of their life journey. Take a tour soon. Pleasant View Estates, Faribault, because the journey matters.
14 batters have been faced by Carlson. 7 first pitch strikes. So you can't jump on the first pitch.
Now batting the cleanup hitter, third base.
Van Ryan has 2 hits. Conclusion of our game, we'll have our Faribault State Farm Insurance Agents, Faribault player, or players of the game, courtesy of our Faribault State Farm Insurance Agents. Tony Langerud and Jason Crone. Excuse me. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. No cough switch with this. First pitch, Lake watches go over for a strike. Struck out. Swinging in the second inning. Carlson has 4 strikes out. Briggs Carlson. She's a senior. And the pitch. High. She wouldn't chase. 1-1. Boy, it'd be nice to get the first person on there. Last inning they did. Armbruster singled. Then her courtesy runner was thrown out, rounding second base on a single by Van Ryan. She went too far. And looked kind of like she was frozen, like, should I go to third? Meanwhile, the ball came in behind her and she was out. Two and 1 in the pitch. Jammed her. High fly ball to right field. She'll catch it. 1 down. That'll bring up Ellie Knutson. West is so fundamentally sound. That's why they were state champs 2 years ago. Got to the semis last year. I mean, this is a veteran team. They got some youngsters on it too, but they've been here. Knutson struck out looking her first time up. Pitch is outside. Last time they played, she stole 3 bases. Can't steal if you're not on base. Carlson kicks, delivers. Strike at the knees. 1-1. Looks like Coach Silver is encouraging Ellie to swing. And the pitch. The bunt. It's a beauty. Third baseman throws to first. She's safe. Well, I would have rather she was the leadoff runner, but she still got her speed on the base paths. On a bunt single. That was a beautiful bunt. She should give the Twins tips on bunting. Cameron Selmanson steps in. We'll see if they manufacture a run here with another bunt. I wouldn't be surprised. The pitch. Swings away. It's a gapper. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. Rolling second. Knutson. Oh, ran under the fence. He's got to go back. It'll be a ground rule double. Knutson will have to go back to third. I really hate that rule. She would have easily scored. With her speed, she would have scored. But you got to go back. Or no, they gave her the run. Wow. They gave her the run. Don't see that too often. Salmonson has a double. Well, you would think, but they're not. They're not putting her back there. Well, it's an umpire's decision. If she throws her arms up and she's partway home, nope, she goes back to third. That's what I thought. So runners at second and third with one out.
Number 20, Warren O'Neill.
I'd like to have dreamed up that rule too, because easily would have scored on that. The ball doesn't roll under the fence. So when the ball's going near the fence, you just lift the fence and it goes under the fence.
Well, I don't think they but those things should be anchored better.
It should be 2-1. So Lauren O'Neill will step in. They have a meeting in the pitching circle, just in case Faribault throws a squeeze on here. O'Neill, very good speed, good bunter. Tying runners at second. Runners at second and third with one out. Carlson gets in that pitching circle. O'Neill hit a comebacker last time up. And the pitch. Watched it. Strike. 0-1. Outside corner. I like that pitch. Outside corner. I'd be living out there. Can't bunt it to first base. And the pitch. She's living out there. The ball. 1-1. First base is open, which would put a force on every base. There's one out. The righty Carlson. Again, knocking away some bugs in the pitch. Strike. Outside corner. 1-2. Well, I had an earpiece in Lauren O'Neill's ear. She's going to keep pitching you outside. You're going to have to go with the pitch. Slap it to left field. Ball outside. 2-2. She's very capable of hitting line drives. You hit one right over the third baseman's head, 2-run score. She's already told you she's going to keep throwing it out there. Catcher goes out there again in the pitch. She swings and pops it up, and the shortstop couldn't get to it. That was blocked out by the Falcon third base dugout. So O'Neill still alive. Allie Shack's on deck. Hit a homer against Mankato East. Two and two the count. Carlson fidgets with the ball in the pitch. Up high. She wouldn't chase. It's a full count. I don't think she's going to give in here. I think she's going to stay on that outside corner. And you got to protect the plate if you're O'Neill. So here comes a big payoff pitch. Swings. Anti-bunt defense is on. Knutson is going to be safe at third base. Boy, she almost came too far down the line. They threw it to third, and she got back barely. So O'Neill is on first because they chose to try and get the runner at third. People up here are saying she was out. The umpire's right by the bag.
Number 7, Allie Shack.
Allie Shack steps in. It was close. I don't really know. I'm hoping the umpire saw it. So the bags are juiced for Shack. A homer here would be a grand slam. The pitch. Foul ball. A little late on that swing. 0-1. She's asking for another bat. Well, I don't know if I've seen that too often. She asked for a different bat after the first swing. Bree Bresnan hands her a bat. Nobody out. Bags juiced. Fifth inning. 2-0. Mankato West leads. And the pitch. Change a jammer and almost hit her, which would have been a run. It's 1-1. Now earlier in this game, he was calling that a strike. And she's pretty much middle of the box. The pitch. Swings and pops it up. Hopefully it gets out of play, and it does. 1-2. Oh my. My ticker is moving at a couple hundred beats a minute. One and two. You wouldn't think she'd throw it anything to hit here. She didn't. She's high. Wouldn't chase. 2-2. Good discipline by Allie. Shackler's number 7. One of the seniors on this team. If it's an outfield hit, we should have a tie game. The pitch. Almost chased. It was a ball. We had a full count. It was outside and high. So here we go, folks. Oh, man. Full count. Bags juiced. Nowhere to put her. She'll still try to get her to chase, I'm guessing. You don't want to throw it right over the plate here. That's what her catcher's going to tell her right now. She's going out to meet with her. We give up 1 run, no big deal. We're still ahead. Let's not give in to her. So we'll see if we're right. Full count. Shack steps in. And the pitch. Swings. It's a high fly, lazy ball. That is not caught. It's a foul ball. Boy, I thought that was going to be caught. Looked like a lazy fly ball. And West doesn't catch it in foul territory. Thank you. Still a full count. Oh, man. You don't have to be super strong here. Level swing. We'll try it again. She wipes away some bugs in her face. And the pitch. Jammed her. Pops it on the infield. Catcher didn't make the catch. And he says it's a foul ball. The catcher dove in front of the plate to catch the ball. And he says it's a foul ball. She dove in front of the plate to make the catch. It came back foul, but it had to hit her. My word. Coach Silver's having a little conversation. We're still alive here. It's 3-2. Or no, the run's going to score. I don't know. Armbruster's looking to come up. They called her out. How is she out? Okay, they didn't call her out. Almost had a heart attack on that. Well, I don't know about that. She dove in front of the plate trying to catch that ball. And it did go foul, but they had to touch her. So in any event, it's still 3-2. Bags are juiced. And here comes the pitch. Hammered right to the third baseman. Double play! Can you believe it? Shack hit it right on a button to the ankles of the third baseman. She catches it, steps on third base, and West gets out of a big-time jam with no damage at all. Man, you couldn't hit the ball much harder. Right to the ankles of the third baseman, Grunst. She catches it, alert enough, steps on the bag. It's a double play when you didn't even need a double play. Well, yes, you did. So it's a double play, and that ends the fifth. Oh, man. Oh, boy. The fast pitch gods are not with the Falcons in this game. That was a golden opportunity. They do get 2 more hits. They have 5 hits, 2 for West. No runs for Faribault, 2 for West. No errors for either team after 5. And the Bags, let's see, there's 2 people on base, 1 in scoring position. Oh, my. What a golden opportunity. We go to the top of the sixth. It'll be 9-1-2 for Mankato West. Deb Salmonson, Remax Realty scoreboard says 2-0 Mankato West. I guarantee if you call Deb, whether you're buying or selling your home, she'll use her expertise to assist you. Back in 30 seconds.
Bolt Funeral Home in Faribault understands their work with families often comes at a difficult time. That's why they're specially trained in pre-planning so the basics can be completed hopefully long before the services are needed. Bolt Funeral Home provides traditional and cremation services with the most compassionate care. Many generations of families have trusted their loved ones in the care of Bolt Funeral Home with generations of experience and decades of trust. Proud of their 5 generations of Faribault Falcon graduates, visit their website, boltfuneralhome.com, for more details about their services.
Yeah, controversial call the last time they played Mankato West on a bunt by Abby Van Ryan. 1-0 the count to Holly Wisty. Armbruster struck out 10. She's only allowed 2 hits, both homers. It's 2-0 to Wisty. Number 9 hitter. Struck out swinging her first time up. Can't afford to give up any more runs here. Faribault's down to their last 6 outs. That ball's hit well. Center fielder Shack's going to round and catch it. Shopper steps up. Strikeout, ground out. Leadoff hitter. Homers, pitcher Briggs Carlson. Jalissa Stoltzman. Carlson on the first pitch. 1 out, second inning. Stoltzman was the first batter in the 4th on a 1-2 count. She squares to bunt, brings the bat back. It's a strike. 0-1 to Shopper. Yeah, it's about the time where you might see him try to manufacture a run. Ball's popped up on the screen. It's 0-2. Boy, Faribault ran into it out there in the 4th inning. Who knows what kind of rally you might have been able to have. And in the last inning, there's nothing you can do about that. That looked like it was going to be a smoking ball. There's a base hit to right field. Just a little blooper over the second baseman's head. 3rd hit, the first base runner. The other 2 are homers.
Shortstop number 3, Jalissa Stoltzman.
So Stoltzman steps in. She's the one that had the homer her last time up. 2-0, West leads it. And the pitch. Faribault's out hit him, but it's the runs that count. That's the 3rd hit for West. Faribault's got 5 hits. Righty's pitch. Hit right to Bresnahan. She can't make the catch. Boy, what happened there? I think she took her eye off the ball. It was hit to her, so I almost have to give her an error. Runners at first and second, 1 out.
Third base, number 14, Kim Struck.
So there's 1 out, and don't be surprised to see a bunt, even if this is a 3-hitter. She struck out twice. Pitches inside, ball 1. So you can't give good teams extra outs, and they just gave them one. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Bruins the number 3 hitter in the order. In the 6th inning, Faribault have 2, 3, and 4 due up. Yeah, the bag's juiced with 1 out and did not score. Bottom of the 5th. Ball's wide, and he's called it a strike. 1-2. My, oh my. You couldn't have swung at that with a broomstick. And Michaela's no dummy. She throws it to the same spot, and it's a ball. 2-2. And then the West fans up here are chuckling over that one.
Now batting the catcher, Allie Bell.
So Armbruster steps back on that rubber, and a pitch is outside. We got a full count. Pitch away from loading the bases. And the pitch. jammed her, and she fouls it almost on the other field. Still a full count. Armbruster needs a pop-up. A double play would be nice. She's got to conserve her energy because she might have to pitch a second game. And the pitch. Ball's fouled again. Try to jam her again. Threw the most balls she's thrown in any inning last inning. 6. I think she's trying to change locations and keep them guessing. If you're too much over the plate, you get the jumping on balls.
Now batting the pitcher, Kelsey Bear.
She has struck out 10. None in this inning yet. There hasn't been an inning when she hasn't had a strikeout in this game. And the pitch. Popped up. Another good at bat. This will be the 9th pitch of this at bat. This West team looks locked in. And they're section champs till somebody beats them. A couple times over, and the pitch is jammed foul. This will be the 10th pitch of this at bat. 67 pitches coming into this inning. 55 strikes. You know, so if she throws 80-some this game and we have to go to a second game. And the pitch. Oh, that looked like a good pitch, called a ball. Wow, that was a strike. He called it a ball. First walk of the game for Armbruster. Bases are juiced with 1 out. Man, oh man.
Bases are juiced and the number 4 hitters up.
A foul ball on the first pitch, 0-1, Verhoeven. Verhoeven has grounded out, struck out. Brewster could use a strikeout here. That looked like a very good pitch that was called a ball. And the pitch. High pitch, stroke to left field. It's not going to be caught. 1 run scores. Another run's coming home. Here comes the relay to the plate. Wide up the first base bag. 2 runs are going to score. It's 4-0. Yep. So it'll be a 2 RBI single. Verhoeven gains second on the throw home, which was up the first baseline by Bresnan. Now, when these two teams played on May 17th, and Faribault had 4 runners thrown out at the plate, perfect relays every time by Mankato West. That obviously was not one. Fundamentals. Coach Silver's out trying to settle his team down. They find themselves down 4-0. So Briggs Carlson, who hit a home run in the second inning, will step in. Right-handed hitter. Squares to bunt and lunges at it and fouls it off, 0-1. Well, I didn't think they had a suicide on. I mean, why would you do that here? I mean, you're up 4-0. That made no sense. 0-1. And the pitch. Pops it up. Swanson catches it. And that's the second out. So Faribault in the 6th. 2-3-4 in the order. They had a base runner need to fall in the 4th inning. They had the bags juiced with 1 out and did not score in the bottom of the 5th. When it looked like they were going to maybe tie it or take the lead. That ball's hit well. It's a gapper. He's going to be up against the fence. A couple more runs are going to score. And a double for Stoltzman. Jumped on the first pitch. 6-0. Mankato West. Now 34 runs in their last, well, let's see, 5 innings, 6 innings, 17 innings. They've scored 34 runs.
Number 4, Liz Meidel.
They're going to have a runner go in there for the catcher here.
Getting to the Scarlets, the designated player number 13, Emma Young.
Emma Young will be up. I did not catch the number of the runner out there. 8th person to come to the plate here in the 6th inning. And it looked like she had the number 3 hitter struck out on the high strike that was not called. 1-0. And the pitch. Hit her. But I guess it hit the bat too. So it's a strike, 1-1. Courtesy runner for Stoltzman is at second base. There's 2 out here in the 6th. 6-0 Mankato West. 4-run 6th inning. Right after Faribault almost took the lead or tied it. A big defensive play like that, double play turned, can spark a team, and that's what happened. Pitch, wow, that looked like a strike again, and it's a ball. 3-1. That looked like it was right on the outside corner. 3-1. Armbruster's pitch is fouled off. I mean, if you don't give the corners, and the pitcher has to come right down Broadway, that's not a good thing for the pitcher. Not even a strikeout pitcher. Full count again. Been a couple of those this inning. And the pitch. Ooh, jammed her. She swung. Stias stays alive. I'm sorry, this is only the second free ball count. Last inning, they had a 1-2-3 inning, and 2 of the 3 batters went full count. Armbruster does not have a strikeout this inning. 10 in the game. We're in the 6th. Ball's hit well, but foul. This will be the 8th pitch of this at bat. Been a couple of 10-pitch at bats. So West has come in here battling. Well, you knew they would. I mean, state champs 2 years ago. Semis got upset by Hermantown last year. They weren't going to just roll over here. 3-2. Now we're told the second game would be 7, but I don't know if it's 20 minutes after the first game or what they decide to do. If Faribault doesn't come back. That was up around the eyes. Ball 4. Second walk of the game and the inning. That was overhead. That was no question a ball.
Right fielder number 5, Maddie Mueller.
Maddie Mueller, the 9th batter to come up. She's throwing a lot of pitches in this game, even with their attacking the first pitch. And that's a base hit. Another run's going to score. You might want to pull her just to save her for the next game. Stoltzman's going to score. So Mueller on the first pitch, singles, straightaway center. And I think they are going to make the pitching change. That's the right move. Get her some rest. Get her mentally focused for the next game. It's doubtful you're going to come back from 7-0. And we have to add another column on our scorebook for the 6th. It's coming in to pitch. It's going to be Lindsay O'Neill. Lindsay threw earlier in this tournament her first varsity experience and did very well. Only allowed 1 hit in 3 innings. She gave up 1 hit, walked 1, and I think she might have struck out a couple. It was against Marshall in their first round game. Then they beat Mankato East. Then they beat New Ulm last Saturday. And that's why they were sitting in the winner's bracket. All you had to do was win this game, and they were in the state tournament. But West has come guns a-blazing. So O'Neill gets her warm-up tosses. Again, at the conclusion of our game, we'll have our Faribault State Farm insurance agents. Faribault players of the game, courtesy of your Faribault State Farm agents, Jason Crone and Tony Langerud. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. I can tell you Abby Van Ryan's going to be one of them. She's got 2 of their 5 hits.
Heading for the Scarlets, the left fielder, number 2, Holly Wispy.
So, number 9 hitter Wisty steps up to face O'Neill. Pitches high over the head, 1-0. West gets a few more runs. This could be a 10-run game. There's a chopper back to the pitcher, looks her on her back, and gets the last out. But 5 runs cross the plate for Mankato West on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. There were 2 errors in the 6th here by Faribault. And again, they were so good defensively all year. And a couple of runners were left on base. So we go to the top of the 6th, the bottom of the 6th, and Faribault needs to score some runs here. Down 7-0, back in 30 seconds.
Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let Jason Crone Agency help simplify to get to a better state. Because with Jason's office handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could save you up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call me, Jason Crone, State Farm Agency today to get to a better state with State Farm.
23 pitches last inning. Carlson. She's staying out there. I thought they might bring somebody else to rest her too. 61 total pitches through 5 innings. So Armbruster faced 9 batters in that inning.
For the Falcons, strikes. The 6th inning, the pitcher, number 22, Lindsay O'Neill.
Well, that's right. Armbruster was replaced, a 400 hitter, and Lindsay O'Neill, who's only had, I think, 11 at-bats, something like that, leads off the inning. Armbruster had a single last time up. Carlson's first pitch, way high. Well, she's been sitting a while here. 10 batters came to the plate. Top of this inning. And Cato West up 7-0. Strike inside corner. 1-1. Ball's hit foul down the first baseline. 1-2 the count. Armbruster threw 33 pitches top of this inning. Right at 100. It looks like a base hit. Yes, it is! O'Neill gets a base hit. Start things in the bottom of the sixth. Lindsay courtesy runs quite often.
Shortstop number 10, Bree Bresnahan.
So Bree Bresnahan will step in, hit one right on the button last time, but right to the right fielder. He's a sinking liner. Need a gapper here. Or even a homer, I'd take. The pitch. Misses. 0-1. It's been pretty rare when Bree hasn't had a hit in the season. Almost 500 on the season. And I thought that layoff might be a problem. That looked like a strike. He called it a ball. 1-0. Even Bresnahan almost swung at it. 1-1. By the way, you might be interested in knowing, in the top of this inning, the only pitchers that were balls to batters were the two walks by Armbruster. 2-1 to Bresnahan. Everything else was a strike. 4 balls to Grunst, 4 balls to Young. And the pitch. Swings at a high pitch and gets a base hit. It's a little bit of a gapper. Stopping at second is O'Neill. Remembered what happened the last time. She stops at second base. Bresnahan has a single. Well, you could see that was a base hit all the way. And it wasn't a screamer.
Number 3, Cassie Swanson.
Nice to have runners at the corners here. We're going to have a meeting in the circle. They have a 7-0 lead. Cassie Swanson, who has struck out and grounded out. Well, when you try to hit home runs, you usually don't. They're going to bring in another pitcher here. Yeah, they're bringing Carlson out. I thought they might do that because you're going to play another game and give her some rest. So coming into pitch is going to be, well, I can't see who it is. I think it's Grunst.
Now pitching for Mankato West, number 10, Kayla Grunst.
Yep, Grunst is going to pitch. And let's see if this backfires on him. I'm sure Faribault will feel a little more comfortable with girls out of the game. Not that they didn't hit her. They have 2 hits in this inning off of her. They have 7 hits off Carlson in this game. They just have no runs. Base running mistake erased any hopes of a run in the 4th inning. And just the luck of a hammered ball right to the third baseman for a double play to end the 5th inning. Otherwise, this could be a completely different game. That's the sport. Well, like I said, this Falcon team erupted for 6 runs in the 1st inning against New Ulm the other day. They're certainly capable. Nobody out, runners at 1st and 2nd. They didn't want Swanson to get another swing at Carlson in this game. You score 3 or 4 runs in this inning. The runners at 1st and 2nd, nobody out. You have to score here, though. So the pitch from Grunst is a ball. Swanson does the smart thing and just watches it. Let's see what she has. 1-0 the count. to Cassie Swanson.
Final score here on field 2, LeSueur Henderson 14, Fairmont 4.
Pitch is up high. It's 2-0.
The Giants will move on to play
There
against
is a base open here, which would put a force at any base.
against the Jordan Jaguars.
But Van Ryan's the hottest hitter today. 2 hits. I don't think I'd walk her to get to Van Ryan. The pitch. 3 balls. And none of them have been close. So 3-0 the count. He definitely has the take sign here. That was right down the slot. The first 3 pitches weren't even close. 3-1. Oh my. Conclusion of our game. We'll have our pickup of the game courtesy of our Shamble Brothers Disposal. And she walked it. So her first batter is a walk. That'll bring up Abby Van Ryan, 2 for 2 against Briggs.
The catcher, number 2, Abby Van Ryan.
Against Briggs Carlson, she was 2 for 2. Only saw 3 pitches. Bags are juiced. She's got 2 homers on the year. The grand salami makes this a 3-run game. And the pitch. Strike. 0-1. She just walked the batter, so you wouldn't think she'd be swinging at the first pitch. The right-hander fidgets with the ball, and the pitch way over her head. 1-1. It's 7-0 Mankato West. I don't know, I'd be tempted to just throw her a cookie. And the pitch is fouled away. 1-2. Her single in the 4th, first pitch. Double in the second pitch. 1-2 here against a different pitcher. She calls time, does Van Ryan. She's no dummy. Trying to get in the rhythm here of the pitcher. Now the umpire is telling her, you don't automatically get to step out when you call time. I have to give you the time. That's what the umpire just told her. And the pitch. Swings and it's hit straight. Oh my God, another liner right to the shortstop. Man, the baseball gods are not with Faribault at all here today. A double play. It's a liner to the shortstop. Stepped on the second base bag. So it'll bring up Abby Lake. And the pitch is a strike, 0-1. Oh, and 1 is the count. I was kind of surprised the run didn't score on them. But it didn't. And what do you got to lose? When the gal caught it and was throwing it to second, I would have sent the gal from home. But it doesn't matter. The pitch bounces in the dirt. So Armbruster's trying to get herself locked in for game number 2. It'll be a winner takes all. And the pitch is fouled off. What's important here, Faribault is going to try and get some momentum here. Because West will obviously have lots of momentum going into that second game unless Faribault can get something going here and get some confidence. The righty's pitch. It's a chopper. Third baseman's easily going to throw her out at first. The shutout's intact. Again, Faribault had the bags juiced, and they don't score. For the second straight inning, bags juiced, 1 out, In this case, there were no outs and no run score. Faribault collected 2 hits in that inning. They have 7 hits in this game. And let's see, they left a couple on, 1 in scoring position. They have left 6 runners on base, 3 in scoring position. We go to the top of the 7th. The top of the order for Mankato West. Our score is 7-0 West. Of course, Faribault gets their at-bats in the bottom of the 7th anyway, even if they were to score a few runs. It'll be the bottom of the order for Faribault in the bottom of the 7th. Conclusion of our game, we'll have our Faribault State Farm insurance agents, Faribault players of the game, courtesy of your Faribault State Farm agents, Tony Langaroo, Jason Crone. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Abby Van Ryan, and she's the only one with 2 hits. So O'Neill pitching, came on in relief last inning, faced 1 batter, threw a couple pitches.
Leading off for Mankato West in the top of the 7th inning, the center fielder, number 7, Laney Shopper.
So Shopper will step up, singled her last time up. That was with 1 out. Armbruster got the first out, a fly out, last inning, and then the floodgates open. Single, an error, single, error on that. Nothing's worked well here for Faribault today. Armbruster, until that last inning, was throwing very well. Couple hopper to second, staying down on it. Nice line. O'Neill roars her out. Stoltzman will step up. Solo homer in the 4th. Safe on an error in the 6th. I think Bree took her eyes off the ball. Ball is a liner right to her. There was a runner on base, so she might have peeked to see where the runner was. First pitch I didn't see, and neither did the person running the scoreboard. There's nothing on the board. That ball's hit well. It's a gapper. She's going to round first base, and that's all she's going to get. Nice job by Shaq. Hold that to a single. That's the 7th hit of the game for West. They had 4 last inning, all off Armbruster. Gave up 6 hits. And a 1-hitter last time she played West. That was on May 17th. It was at Mankato West. But boy, this team has gone through some drills, and they are a hitting machine now. Pitch is a strike. 0-2. There's a reason why Coach Kuzmark's teams go to state on a regular basis. Pitch. It's a high one. Hit to Knutson. Throws to second. Oh, they just... Nice pick at second base by O'Neill. Ball hit the dirt. He short hopped O'Neill at second, but she got it. Nice job. Will be a 5-4 put out at second. Grunst is at first on the fielder's choice. 2 down, and Veroven steps in. Had a 2 RBI single her last time up. Went to second on the throw home. Had a comebacker to O'Neill. Oh my. Threw a high throw, and Swanson snares it. So West scores nothing in the top of the 7th. They pick up their 7th hit of the game. There were no errors. And 1 runner is left on. We go to the bottom of the 7th. If Faribault scores more than 7 runs, they'll win in walk-off fashion. If they score 7, we go extra innings. If they don't score 7, we'll have a second game back in 1 minute.
With First United Bank in Faribault, you may be able to buy a home with only 3% down. The good news does not end there. Qualified buyers will also receive a $5,000 grant to use for funds towards down payment and or closing costs. This program is not just for first-time home buyers. Contact the mortgage team at First United Bank today, Debbie Nelson or Chris O'Neill, for complete details. Get closer to your new home purchase with 3% down. First United Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender, NMLS number 486008.
In fast-pitch softball, having a good defense is essential. Not giving additional outs to any team increases your chances of winning, with multiple quality plays keeping the score down. Same is true in real estate. RE/MAX Experts Realtor Deb Salmonson has 23 years experience selling real estate. 23 years experience selling in the Faribault area. That can save seller and buyer. Check out our website and see a number of testimonials from people at DebSalmonsonRE/MAXExperts.com. It's a seller's market right now, so the perfect time to list a home. Call Deb for a free market analysis. 507-210-1005.
Ellie Knutson had a bunt single, 5th inning. Perfect bunt. Struck out looking in the 2nd. Again, Grunst is pitching. Both starting pitchers are out, getting ready for game 2. Pitchers outside, 1-0. Good move on both coaches' parts. There's no sense in standing out here in the warm sun and making yourself more tired. You got to conserve your energy. The pitch. Hammered. That's a base hit. Knutson's digging for 2, and she's got it easily. Stand-up double. Ellie scalded that ball. That ball got by the first baseman before he could blink. That's a good sign to get her back going. She's got speed.
Left fielder, number 15, Cameron Salmon.
As I said earlier, Faribault's not been shut out all year. And really, they shouldn't have been shut out in this one. They had such lucky plays here. The ball going right to people for double plays. 1-0. That's the game. I mean, the balls were hit right on the button. Salmonson had a double last time up. Hits it foul. 1-1. Shack at the top of the order. Not been on base. 2, 3, and 4 hitters have 3 of the team's 7 hits. And Ryan's got 2 hits. Changeup misses. 2-1 is the count. Cameron Salmonson. Yep. It's 7-0 Mankato West on the Deb Salmonson RE/MAX Realty scoreboard in the pitch. High. 3-1. Well, when this young lady came on in relief, she walked the first batter, and then it was a line drive double play. So the righty's pitch is hit to right field. It's a base hit for Salmonson. They're sending Canute. No, they stopped her at third. Boy, bases are going to have people at first and second.
Second base, number 20.
Visions of May 17th there. Remember the May 17th game? Faribault had 2 runners thrown out in the last inning, and they won that game 2-0. West trying to return the favor with a shot out of Faribault here. That ball's hit toward third. Knutson can't go anywhere. Throws wide to first base. Knutson scores. Oh my, Salmonson's coming home, and she is out at the plate. Oh my word. It happened again. Another runner thrown out at the plate against Mankato West. Pelican Knutson scores. I mean, your outs are a premium here.
Center fielder, number 7, Allie Schaff.
So O'Neill went to third on that play. Which was an error. Throw was wide of the first base bag. They scored, Knutson, and Salmonson hesitated rounding third, and after that, I think I would have kept her there. They ran into another out. Well, the difference in this game has been fundamentals. Down there, the last 2 outs Faribault, but they didn't get blanked. Last time they scored 1 run was a 2-1 loss to New Prague in the Dome. Ball's hit to third. O'Neill stays at third. She's going to try and score. She will. They get the out of Shack, which is all they really care about. Run scores to make it 7-2. Falcons down to their last out. So O'Neill, who singled to start last inning, steps up. A nice hit, too. Pitch from the righty. High. 1-0. 1-0. Well, they say on the bracket, 7 o'clock second game. That's obvious not going to happen. There's a strike. The strike that was a high one there that didn't get called when Armbruster threw it. That was the pitch of this game. I mean, give West credit, don't get me wrong, but that was a nasty. Slow roller to short. That's the first game. In celebration mode is West because their season continues.
For the Falcons in the top of the 7th inning, 2 runs on 2.
They win this by a score of 7-2.
Runners left on base.
Mankato West has 1 error in the game. Faribault had a couple, both in the same inning.
Game to Mankato West Scarlet, 7 runs on 7 hits. 1 error.
7 hits for Faribault.
For the Faribault Falcons,
6 runners left on base. Oh, wait.
2 errors.
There was 1 in that inning.
Winning pitcher Briggs
1 in that inning, so 3, 5, 6, 7 runners left. 4 of them in scoring position.
And we'll be back for our section of
Mankato West
championship game.
scores 7 runs
Approximately 30 minutes.
on 7 hits. They had 3 runners left, 1 in scoring position. That's maximizing your base runners, folks. So they just announced it'll be 30 minutes before the next game. So, Paul, I'm going to try and get my throat in shape for game number 2. We'll be doing some throat push-ups as we get ready for the second game. Our score again, 7-2. I will take a 1-minute timeout, and then I'll have the complete line scores. We'll have our Archambault Brothers disposal pickup of the game and our players of the game right after this 1-minute timeout.
For State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Langer of Faribault, being a good neighbor is about more than just serving your insurance needs. It's about living and working in this community. Your neighbors trust State Farm Agent Tony Langer for affordable insurance because whether they have questions, need answers, or have a claim, they always get the personal service they deserve. For your free insurance and financial review, call State Farm Agent Tony Langerud. Archambault Brothers Disposal of Faribault has been serving the Faribault area for over 6 decades. The same local family-owned business has been assisting families and businesses. Randy and the whole Archambault Disposal family would like to thank their many loyal customers. 3 generations of Archambaults have strived to treat their customers like family. It's not just picking up garbage to them. Service and relationships are why Archambault Brothers Disposal's in the business. If you'd like to be part of the Archambault Brothers Disposal family, just phone 334-8910.
Just 5 batters were faced by O'Neill. Did a really nice job again, coming in relief. Gave up 1 hit. Didn't strike out anybody, but you don't have to. It was just the 2 base runners against her. Didn't give up any runs. Armbruster went the first 5 2/3 innings. Throws exactly 100 pitches. 78 of them strikes. She struck out 10. None in that 6th inning when 9 batters came to the plate. She hadn't walked a soul until that inning when she walked 2 batters. There was that borderline pitch. Wow, that was tough. But you got to let those things go. Get refocused. You still can go to state, but you have to win this game. That's simple. our Faribault State Farm Insurance aid, Faribault players of the game, Abby Van Ryan, Ellie Knudsen. Our pick of the game goes to Abby Lake. Made a very nice running catch in right field. She gets our Archambault Brothers Disposal pick of the game. You need refuse picked up. You need recyclables picked up. If you want to check out their great roll-offs they have available, a variety of sizes, terrific prices, check out Archambault Brothers Disposal in Faribault, where service is their middle name. So Ellie Knudsen, Abby Van Ryan are our Faribault State Farm Insurance agents, Faribault players of the game. They had 4 of the team's 7 hits. Knudsen and Ryan both with 1 double, 1 single. And Faribault loses this first game and loses just their second game of the season by a score of 7-2. And Cato West is now 18-6. Faribault is 19-2. And they play for all the marbles. A trip to state next game. So it'll be interesting to see if Faribault can get refocused here. They've been locked in most of the year. They didn't play their best on the opening day of this tournament and still won both games. And they'll have to get it all put together to win that second one. You're in tune to KDHL AM, Faribault, Minnesota. I'll tell you what, Paul, I'll take it back here at 7:20. How's that sound? Again, our coverage, a service of Tony Langridge, Jason Crone, your Faribault State Farm Insurance agents, Bolt Funeral Home, Pleasant Manor, Pleasant View Estates, Bashers, the J&J Bowling Center, First United Bank Faribault, Garlic's Water Conditioning of Faribault, Harley's Auto Salvage, Deb Salmonson Remax Realty, by Parker Cole Funeral Home Faribault, Reliance Bank of Faribault, Archambault Brothers Disposal of Faribault. Remember to swing by Bashers and take advantage of that wing special. It was through the end of May, and guess what? Today's the last day of May. So if you want some delicious, I mean delicious wings, head over to Bashers right now. Take along your smartphone. You can tap the KDHL radio app while you're savoring those, and make sure you get a lot of napkins when you're savoring those wings, when the juice is just coming out of the edge of your mouth from those delicious wings at Bashers, the J&J Bowling Center. All you have to do is tap the app. You have your earbuds in your ear, and you can listen to the next game, and hopefully it's a Falcon win, because then they'll be heading to state. So swing by Bashers, the J&J Bowling Center, and take advantage of that win special. The wing special. And again, today's the last day of that special. Our broadcast, Archambault Brothers Disposal of Faribault, Reliance Bank of Faribault. Boy, that's a great deal they have with those debit cards. Your favorite team, the Faribault Falcons, Faribault Bethlehem Academy Cardinals, Medford Tigers, and a portion of each transaction goes back to your school transaction, I should say. Game number 2 will start at our coverage at 7:20. So, Paul, you can just keep me. Let me look on my phone here and see what I got to do here. I might have to plug it in.